Thank you, Chairman Gretzko and Chairman Lopes and Ranking Members Callahan. I am State Senator Tony Hwang. I'm representing the 28th District encompassing Easton, Fairfield, Newtown, and Bethel. I'm going to cede my time. I've submitted written testimony in support of Senate Bill 191, the Solid Food Waste Diversion Program, as well as Senate Bill 198 in support of local representation in Siting Council composition. But I wanted to defer the rest of my time with the indulgence of the committee and the leadership to allow these fine young people who are testifying for the first time to offer their viewpoints on a couple of environmental related bills. I have, as part of the Sustainable Youth Connecticut group, Shreya Mothakuri, which I'm practice saying that name right, and then we have Brianna Jackson, and standing behind them, backing support, is Alexa Papageorge, Isaac Moore, and their advisor, Mary Hogue. If I may, in the indulgence of the chair, be able to allow these fine young people to be able to offer their perspective and testimony, and I urge the support of this committee in their endeavor. Thank you.
Please do.
Thank you.
Dear Chairman and members of the Environment Committee, my name is Shreya Motakuri. I'm a resident of Fairfield and currently a senior at Fairfield Ward High School. Today, I took the day off of school to express my support for the proposed bill on food rescue and composting. First off, I would like to thank Senator Hwang on co-sponsoring this bill. In Connecticut, food makes up 22% of the state's waste. This equals 500,000 tons of wasted food annually. The EPA estimates this food waste is responsible for 58% of landfill emissions to the atmosphere. At the same time, all this food is going into landfills across Connecticut, and food insecurity has nearly doubled. This bill sets the framework for the state to properly address this waste and its environmental impact. I really think it deserves your support. The designation of residentially generated food scraps as a mandatory item for recycling is a crucial step towards diverting organic waste from landfills and incinerators. By requiring that all leftover food be either donated or sent to composting and anaerobic digester facilities, we can greatly reduce the amount of methane gas being produced, which is harming our communities and environment, as methane is 4 times more potent a greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide. Furthermore, by building upon existing laws requiring big commercial producers to divert their waste, this bill strengthens the focus on food donation programs. Requiring these entities to adopt written policies outlining their food donation plans, to provide education to staff and vendors about the importance of food distribution, and to formalize protocols around food donation. This will help maximize the effectiveness of these programs and ensure that excess food reaches those in need, and instead of ending up in a landfill. In addition to the measures outlined in this bill, I think that it's imperative to include mid-sized food waste producers like public schools in the scope of this bill. As a student, every day I witness untouched produce and fully plated meal trays being discarded in the garbage bins. By incorporating public schools into the requirements of this bill, I think that we can promote sustainable practices in schools as well as valuable opportunities for students to learn about reducing food waste. I know that this is possible because we are currently composting in all 11 public elementary schools in Fairfield and in the cooking classes at my high school. With each day passing, more and more food is being wasted while more people are going hungry. I think there needs to be a greater urgency to take action on these pressing issues, so please support this bill. Thank you for your time.
Hi, I'm Brianna Jackson, a resident of Trumbull and senior at Trumbull High School. As a youth climate advocate, I urge you to support House Bill 5004, as climate change is the most important issue we are facing today. Its effects are already present and will only become stronger if no action is taken. Please support this bill to save our futures.
Thank you. Again, thank you for the indulgence of the committee for a little extended time, but I wanted to applaud these young people who are making an effort to offer their voice and really work toward a better and sustainable future. So thank you. Are there any further questions for these talented young people or myself?
That's my line. Representative Palm.
Thank you, Senator, for bringing these folks with you. Anybody may answer this if you would like. How do you feel when you hear people say that they believe climate change isn't real, or that it's a hoax, or that we've always had cyclical changes and there's nothing to worry about?
I think it's really upsetting because it definitely is a real thing that's happening in this current moment, and there is a big urgency to take matters on this pressing issue.
Yeah, equally very upsetting. It's absolutely so frustrating, as it definitely is real, and we need to take action.
And thank you, Representative Palm, for your leadership in this effort. And I think the key is these are young adults as part of the sustainable youth advocacy in our area. And they're making the effort to have their voices be heard, maybe also a day from school. But nevertheless, I think for us as legislators, it is important for us to fulfill our role to ensure that we provide them an environmental future that is sustainable, maintained, and as we have inherited it in our generation, we have a responsibility to ensure that they have the same access to the quality environment. So truly, truly, environmental considerations are critically important.
Thank you.
Balance with economic challenges that we have as a state and as a country.
Couldn't agree more. Thank you very much for making your voice heard up here.